Everybody's doing it. This is the first time I'm making it. Let's go. So, welcome back. So, everybody's doing this white chicken chili. So, I was like, you know what? I've never had it, never made it. Let's go, right? So, um, looked up a couple of recipes, figured we'd make our own with stuff that we already have around the house, and we're not buying anything special for it. So, got chicken, got some beans. Let's work with it. First off, we're going to chop up a couple of cloves of garlic. Just mince those up. I've got a yellow onion. We'll do a small dice on those after we take and sharpen our knife real quick with the steel. Now that we have our onions in our pot with a little bit of olive oil, we're going to go ahead and sweat these things down. Now, we have our onions in there. We have our garlic in there. I don't have any bell peppers, so I'm using my dehydrated red and green bell peppers. I've told you in past videos I haven't used a real bell pepper in months. Love these things. Absolutely love these things. Great, convenient. I have no waste. And plus, they don't go bad. So we'll get those in there. That way we can get them sweated down along with the onions and the garlic and get those rehydrated. So while our stuff is simmering on the stove, we're going to take our chicken breast and we're just going to do a large dice on these. Split them in half, cut them lengthways, and then do a large dice the opposite direction. Once we get all our chicken cut up, we're going to lay that off to the side. Go ahead and sear that in a separate pan. That way we can add our chicken later. We got our vegetables sweating down. We got our pan hot in the back. Now we're going to add our chicken to the hot pan and get all this chicken seared up. We're going to cook it about half to about a 3/4 away. And then set it off to the side. Just want to get a nice sear on it. That way it stays juicy. Alright, now we're going to start building our chili. So I don't have any more chicken base left, but my favorite thing is this better than bouillon or just chicken paste. It's chicken base that's in a paste. I love it. I like it a lot more than I do the bouillon cubes. So we add a little bit of water to it. I think it was right at about 2 cups. And then we added a tablespoon of the chicken base. So we're going to stir this in while our chicken's searing in the back. And we're going to keep adding everything else in layers until we get what we want. So like I said, full disclosure, this is the first time I'm making this, so I really don't have a recipe per se. I just looked at a couple and kind of went with there. That's a half a block of cream cheese we're adding to this. And we're going to turn that up and cook this down and get it into our sauce. Now that our cream cheese has almost emulsified, we're going to use a Mexican adobo for this. It's got all the seasoning that you need, plus a little bit more from what I've done in the research. So we're going to use Mexican adobo. I don't have fresh cilantro, so I have dried cilantro, so we're going to throw that in there along with it. We're going to throw a little bit extra oregano, even though it's got some in there in the Mexican adobo. We'll throw a little bit more in there just to give it that kick. Now, for the beans, I didn't have any navy beans or any white beans that were just in a can. I didn't have any dry either. So I opted out to use what I had, and I had some cream style Blue Runner navy beans. And so we did this. Now, I will tell you this. This dish turned out amazing. It was really, really good. There was only one problem. I probably needed one other can of just the beans, not the cream style. But the cream style made it really, really good, and it really emulsified with all those flavors, and it was just, perfect. We added a little bit of saltine crackers at the end to it when we ate it. But the only thing extra I would do to this recipe is I would definitely add another can of beans to make it more chili-like. Okay, so there is some lime powder. Again, I'm just using what I had at the house. I don't have any fresh limes, so I added some lime powder. I've got some Arbol chili flakes to really give it a nice kick instead of jalapenos, which I could have added both. Wouldn't have minded. But the Arbol, I really love the flavor of Arbol, and it's got a good kick to it also. So with this and throughout the video, you'll see I'll taste, and that we're layering these flavors. We want to make sure we get the flavor profile right. So always taste your food. Taste all the time. That way you know you have enough salt or too much salt. You can add more or whatever. And the great thing about the Compass Point blend seasoning is it's low in salt. So with all this other stuff that you're putting in this, you're not going to over salt it. It doesn't matter how much seasoning you put in this stuff, you're not going to over salt it. So that's the good thing about it. So we're going to taste again, see what else we need, and go from there. Now we've let this simmer for about 10 or 20 minutes, tasted it again. So I found some lime peel in my pantry. So I added some more of that to give it more of a lime flavor. And then you'll see I'll have a little bit of lime juice I found in my refrigerator. That way I can add just a squeeze of lime juice. It's the artificial stuff. It'll do in a pinch, but it's really not that good. I'd rather use fresh, but I do use that artificial lime juice. It says it's fresh squeezed lime juice. It just doesn't taste the same. But like I said, and stuff like this, it will do in a pinch. So we'll taste again, and then we'll reduce it till we're happy, and then we'll eat. Didn't do any reaction videos or taste test or whatever, but believe me, this recipe turned out really, really well. I will make this again, but I will have the fresh ingredients, and I will have more beans next time. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, subscribe. Tell me how you guys make your stuff, and anything that I could do different. But again, it was everything that was what I already had in my pantry and what I had in my kitchen. So appreciate it. Till next time. Thank you.